Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. AMC, GME, and SPY. This video is going to get you guys ready for Monday and Tuesday and the rest of this trading week. This is your prep video, guys. This is your prep video giving you guys all of the information and data sets that you will need for the upcoming trading week. So get ready to get information and get informed with this video. It is a longer one. This is a giant video packed full of information that you need to know if you play in the stock market, especially if you hold the key assets of AMC, GME, SPY, NASDAQ, SQQQ, and cryptocurrency. We cover all of this in this video and more. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're going to be looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. This video is going to be getting you guys ready for Monday. And what we're looking at for the rest of the trading week. Again, I already dropped my weekly update and prediction, so check out that video. I did already drop my weekly update and prediction video, so make sure you check that out to get all of the information. I dropped this yesterday. Now, this is going to be getting you prepped for Monday, everything you need to know as far as data sets coming out, technicals to look at, and everything that you need to know as a trader. So let's go ahead and hop in the charts and see what we got going on. This video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. And again, check out my weekly update and prediction for the weekly outlook on where I think we're headed. This is going to be getting you ready for Monday and Tuesday and the rest of the week. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts and see what we have going on. So the first thing I want to point out here is on NASDAQ, guys. I want to point out on NASDAQ, we do have a possible bear flag forming on NASDAQ, okay? It's not a 100% bear flag. You have your pull in your sideways consolidation, but if you notice, this lower support is kind of descending, so you can see how it's kind of moving downwards. It's at an angle, so that could be potentially a megaphone style of pattern. So if we want to watch this very, very carefully, because we do not have 100% confirmation. We do have 3 touch points here, 1, 2, 3, so that is a valid trend line. But guys, we have to be very, very careful because this could break to the downside very, very quickly. Now, I want to point out that the SPY has multiple, or NASDAQ has multiple gap fills to the upside. So NASDAQ could be seeing a pop to the upside. It could be seeing an aggressive pop to the upside, filling these gaps very, very quickly before continuing to the downside. I do think NASDAQ has it in it to come to the upside and fill these gaps before moving down. Now, we want to watch very, very carefully because NASDAQ is at a crucial breaking point, guys. NASDAQ's at a crucial breaking point. Let me explain where NASDAQ is. So we have a potential head and shoulders. Right here is your shoulder. Right here is your head. Right here is your shoulder. Your neckline is going to be this red line right here. You guys can see that we are already below that red line, guys. We're already below that red line, so we have to be very, very careful because this could be a potential break of this head and shoulders, which would take the SPY all the way back down, or NASDAQ, I do apologize, all the way back down to fill this gap here at about 12,000. Now, this would push SQQQ up highly. I did predict a red week for this week. Statistically, we should be seeing a green week in SPY, so if I get this prediction right, it's going to be an extremely good prediction, guys, because statistically, after having 1, 2, 3 red weeks, we should have a green week, okay? Normally, after having 3 to 4 red weeks, you're going to have a green week afterwards. So statistically, we should be seeing a green week, but what I think we're actually going to see is a further continuation to the downside. I think this is the beginning of the market crash, guys, and SQQQ is about to print out nicely. Now, guys, SQQQ is very, very risky, guys. You are shorting the market when you're buying SQQQ, but I believe this is about to pay off heavily, guys. About to pay off heavily. As you can see, the Bollinger Bands are starting to constrict. You can see that SQQQ has been in an overall uptrend. If you go ahead and take this trend line here and run it back, you guys can see that it's been nothing but an uptrend, okay? Of course, you had pullbacks, so you have this pullback here, but it's been nothing but an overall uptrend, guys. It's been nothing but an overall uptrend. So I do think we're going to see more momentum to the upside for SQQQ and more momentum to the downside for NASDAQ. So we have to be careful because NASDAQ is right on the precipice of breaking this macro bear flag with the Bollinger Bands constricting, with weekly MACD starting to curl down, showing that momentum is to the downside. And we have a overall weekly downtrend. You guys can see this downtrend that we have here on the weekly time frame. All of these things are indications of a massive macro downtrend. Guys, I think we're at the start of a massive market crash. Now, let's go ahead and look at the data sets that you need to know. This is all the important data coming out over the next week. So we have durable goods coming out on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have a GDP growth. We have GDP growth on Thursday. This is going to be very, very important, guys. I'm trying to drill this in your head that this could be a potential catalyst for a major crash. Again, I'm trying to drill this in your head that this could be a potential catalyst for a major market crash. So we want to be watching very, very carefully. If this number comes out low, it's going to be bad for the market. If it comes out good, then that's going to be a little bit better for the market. You could see a pop to the upside off of this news. This is very, very important news, this GDP growth rate, and that's coming out on Thursday at 8:30, guys. So we want to be watching. The consensus is that it's going to be higher. So most people are thinking that it's going to be at 2.2%. The forecast is 2.1%. The previous was 2%. So as long as it's either of these two things, that would be good for the market. If it's below either of those two things, that's going to be bad for the market, and you're going to see a downturn. Now, we also have on Friday, we have core PCE price index month over month and personal income month over month, personal spending month over month. So next week is a very volatile week, guys. If you're going to be trading next week, make sure you're on your P's and Q's because things could get crazy fast next week, guys. Things could get crazy fast. So you're going to want to be on your toes with next week. Let's go ahead and go over the data sets for AMC and GME as well. That way you guys can get all of the data real quick. So AMC is right now at 14.71%. Let's go ahead and check out AMC FTDs. So we'll go ahead and check out the FTDs real quick. And you guys can see that we had a recent spike in FTDs here at 50 million. At 50 million, guys, you can see this recent spike of FTDs here at 50 million. This was at about August, guys. So we had a massive spike of FTDs for AMC. They could have literally just took it off the list, in my personal opinion. I really don't even think that the FTDs got settled. I think that they literally just took that thing off the list. Let's go ahead and give you data sets for AMC and GME. So 12, these are going to be all Ortex numbers, by the way, guys. All Ortex numbers. This is updated daily. We'll start with GME. So 19.83% on GameStop short interest. Utilization's at 85.43%. Cost to borrow is sitting at 3.62%. Shares on loan is 74.17%. And days to cover is 26.42%. Let's go ahead and check out AMC's short interest and also data sets, giving you guys all of the information that you need. So here, AMC's short interest is 12.48%. Utilization is 59.46%. Cost to borrow is sitting at 6.34%. Shares on loan is at 25.93%. And days to cover is at 1.96. So again, all of these things are looking good for AMC. Short interest is good. Utilization is good. Cost to borrow is good as far as I'm concerned. Of course, we could see higher on all of these things. And of course, we'd love to see higher cost to borrow, especially cost to borrow, because that would make it harder for them to get shares and make it harder for do things like they are doing right here. So basically, if I go to Stonko Tractor, you guys will see that they are getting a ton of short shares. If cost to borrow was a little bit higher, that would be a little bit harder to do. Now, let's go ahead and go to, so that's all your data sets. FTDs are kicking up here in August. We don't have September's FTD data yet. They have 2.1 million short shares. This could change on Monday, but that's how much they have right now. So we do want to watch out for that. Short interest, as long as it stays above 8 to 10%, that is going to be good. A short squeeze can occur with anything from 8 to 10% short interest, in my personal opinion. And of course, this is all reported data. The data of naked shorts, naked synthetic shorts, and all that things, all of those things could be much higher. But me personally, I like to use the data that we can actually see, because that gives us a baseline of where the things are, and then we can go ahead and speculate from there. But at least we have a realistic baseline to start working from. Now, let's go ahead and go from the technicals, guys. And again, I do think the market is going to be seeing an overall pullback. I do think the market's going to be seeing an overall pullback. With this a continuation to the downside. We have to watch, because SPY also has the same head and shoulders type pattern, and it also has the same bear flag as NASDAQ, but NASDAQ is in a much more precarious situation, guys. NASDAQ, if it breaks out of this bear flag, guys, if it breaks below 13,200 and uses that as resistance, it's gonna get ugly, guys. It's gonna get ugly, and we're gonna be filling this gap down here, and SQQQ is going to be rocketing, guys. So watch out for this, because this Head and Shoulders at least is going to play out to this level here, potentially all the way down to this level, and that would cause SQQQ to rocket. Me personally, my position is in profit. I do have a position at about $19.80 right now, a large position about $19.80, so it is in profit right now. So guys, this could go really, really nicely. If we see this pop to the upside, you will see this gap filled and this gap filled on SQQQ, and again, this could play out very, very nicely in the future. Now, let's go ahead and hop into GameStop and AMC. This is what I'm looking at for the overall market, and remember, I still have my Bitcoin plays. I've been dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has a potential Head and Shoulders that is possibly playing out, but it looks like it's holding this sloping resistance right here. So if it does manage to hold that sloping resistance, you're gonna see a nasty pop to the upside for Bitcoin. Also, Bitcoin looks like it's setting up for a potential move, because you can see that the weekly MACD is starting to curl up, and this would be a significant upside move. And if it gets back above 30,000, guys, you're gonna see altcoins and Bitcoin start to take off. 30,000 was the floor of the last Bitcoin. That's why I have the Bitcoin bull run. That's why I have it marked here. You guys can see that we broke above 30,000 and took off. Just took off, and we never went back below it, and we kept taking off. When we went back below 30,000, that's when we had issues, guys. That's when we started going into this bearish market territory and started seeing all of this bearishness. Once we get back above that $31,000 level, guys, Bitcoin is going to be taking off. All coins are going to be taking off. Of course, I've been dollar cost averaging in these ranges. I think these are crucial, critical ranges to be buying Bitcoin. And if we go ahead and look at the historical charts, it looks like these are a fire sale range to be buying Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and show you guys basically what I mean by that, and why I'm accumulating so much Bitcoin in this range. So if you go ahead and see down here on the corner of your screen, you can see that this says fire sale right here. And if we go ahead and zoom in, and if you look at the price history throughout Bitcoin, you can see that anytime it's in that blue range, that it's been a historically good buying point for Bitcoin. Well, look at where it was when it was at 15,000, guys. It was below those ranges there. And if we go ahead and look at where we're at now, guys, you can see that we are close to that white line. This is very, very critical for Bitcoin to potentially be at a crucial buying point, that historical lows, meaning that if you're buying at these points and dollar cost averaging at these points, you could see a major return on your investment. Again, you always want to be buying the bottoms and selling the tops. The points of maximum financial opportunity are at the bottom. Points of maximum financial risk are at the top. So you want to be buying the bottoms and selling the tops. And Bitcoin looks like it's at a crucial buying point, and that's why I am dollar cost averaging in the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, as well as some other altcoins like Cardano, Cosmos, and Atom. So that's what I'm looking at for the crypto market, guys. Crypto, I do think, is the future. I think stocks are pretty much dead. Basically, once AMC and GME are done, I'm going to be taking most of that money and funneling it into crypto. Also, my crypto portfolio is much larger than my stock portfolio at this point. My stock portfolio for the longest time was way larger than my crypto portfolio. Now that I was able to sell out of most of my assets like SPY, Apple, things of like that nature, all of those tech stocks that I said basically you should be taking profit on, not financial advice, and starting taking profit on because we're at a top. So you want to be taking profit, because if you look at the psychology chart, you guys can see that we have possibly a major chance for capitulation, because this is the complacency stage, I do believe. So we could see a major drop down, and me personally, I am selling out of my assets here like smart money, and then I'm going to be buying more assets down here and using SQQQ to make money all the way down, make money all the way down, buying the bottom and then riding everything back up, just like smart money. And that's how you accumulate real wealth. Now let's go ahead and hop into AMC and GME and show you guys what we got going on for AMC and GME. So I just want to point out right off the bat on AMC real quick, guys. Look at the RSI. Look at the RSI on AMC, guys. 28. You cannot get a better buying opportunity than that, my personal opinion. You can see RSI on GME extremely low. You can see that GME also has this potential falling wedge, which it's not a potential falling wedge. This is definitely a falling wedge with a lot of touch points. Falling wedges have a higher high. So for the people that are new, we'll go ahead and just go over this real quick, because I know I have a ton of new subscribers, constantly getting new subscribers. So we'll go ahead and go over this real quick. But basically, guys, a falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern. You have a push up, then you have your falling wedge, and then you have another continuation up. Right here, GME, push up, falling wedge, and then another continuation up. This has been the accumulation range, this 2 to 3 year accumulation range, okay? And as you can see, we have a macro triple bottom. Bottom number 1, bottom number 2, bottom number 3. I believe that GameStop is setting up for a nasty move to see a bounce off of this macro support and resistance. So basically, what I've been telling everyone is I think GameStop is in a bear flag, so we're going to come up a little bit on Monday, pull back on Monday, and then later half of the week, probably get a bounce off of this sloping resistance. But I do think GameStop's going to come down to about like 16.16, 16.15 in that area, 16.20, around that range. So I think GameStop's going to be retesting those lower lows. But if you look, GameStop could be potentially setting up for a breakout. You guys can see that we have the MACD flipping bullish. Go ahead and go to the daily time frame. We have the MACD already bullish. Now it is almost bearish, so you want to be watching that because the MACD is almost bearish here on the daily time frame, so we want to be watching that. But on the weekly time frame, we're starting to curl to the upside. So there's a lot of mixed signals right now on a GameStop. What you really want to be looking at is key levels of support. I do think we're going to be holding that 16.15 level. Also, I think we're going to be bouncing off of this macro sloping resistance marked here in this turquoise type color that you see here. So I think we're going to see a nice bounce for GameStop, but not before we see a little bit more pullback. So basically, we're going to have to see a little bit more pullback on GameStop, getting a bounce, and then continuing to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at for GameStop. Basically, the first half of the week, I think we're going to see a little bit of push up on Monday. Then on Tuesday and Wednesday, see pullback. But on Thursday and Friday, see push to the upside. And then overall, on the weekly time frame, I am predicting a green week for GameStop. And again, if you want to see all the technicals and everything, go ahead and check out my weekly prediction and update for GME. Now, let's go ahead and talk about AMC and focus on AMC for a little bit. I already gave you guys a lot of the data sets, okay? I already gave you guys a lot of the data sets that you need and everything that we're looking at for AMC. I already told you guys about the $8.45 breakout point, which has been very critical, guys. They have not wanted us above that $8.45 level. Every time we went above $8.45, they started shorting it heavily. And if you watch the streams are at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you watch the streams, you will see that they have been shorting this thing heavily, trying to bring it down, especially when it's back over that 8.45 level. Now, we do have a potential head and shoulders playing out on AMC. So it's a very, very rough head and shoulders. Right here's your shoulder, right here's your head, right here's your shoulder. And it looks like it might have already completed. But the thing is, the start of the head and shoulders is way down here at $7.50. So we have to watch. AMC could potentially be in a bear flag. You see this downtrend, then you see this pennant type shape. Now we are currently breaking to the upside of it, so that is bullish, but this could be a bear flag. We need to see pre-market price action. What I'm thinking is going to happen, and I'll go ahead and make a prediction, and then I'll leave it there for the morning. So we'll go ahead and go down to the 10-minute time frame, and I'll make a prediction, and we'll leave it there, and we'll see how well it tracks. So basically, I think we're about to get a little bit popped to the upside. Come back down and retest, and then have like a slight fade up into the market open. So this is what I think pre-market is going to be looking like on Monday. This is based off the technicals, the charts, and the data. So this is what I'm thinking we're going to see on Monday. I want to make this white since it's a price prediction and make it dotted and make it thin. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. We have this pennant type shape. We're currently trying to break out of the top of it right now. We have this one little green candle. You see it right there, one little green candle, confirming that it could potentially be a breakout. Now, we don't have any other price action, so I don't 100% know if this is 100% confirmed, but it looks like we do see that one little candle confirming a breakout. Now, we don't have any retest or anything like that, so we really need to see all of that stuff. If this is true, we're going to see it pop to the upside, and we're going to see this price prediction play out. We want to watch because potentially when market opens, we could see AMC having to come back down and retest $7.70 or $7.50. There's a very critical trend line right here marked in yellow, right around that $7.50 level. So I do think they could try to dump it all the way down to that $7.50 level here in the morning before getting a V-shaped style recovery and creeping up during the second half of the day. So this is what I think Monday could look like for AMC. I think Tuesday and Wednesday could also be consolidation, but on Friday, Thursday or Friday, we could potentially see a breakout to the upside. So again, this is Monday, this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, we have this overall sloping resistance marked here in yellow, that if we can break above this sloping resistance marked here in yellow, you're gonna see a pop to the upside for AMC. Okay, so if we can break out of this sloping resistance marked in yellow, we're gonna see a pop. We also have this ascending support right here marked in yellow, and again, all of these things I think are going to be retested on Monday and probably on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we could potentially see a break to the upside. Now what we want to see is a push above, a retest, and then a breakout that will take us above $8.45. If we can break back above $8.45 and use that as support, then we could see an even more significant move, and this would form an overall rounded shape, giving us a significant bottom to push the upside. And if you look at what's happening, we're also forming a potential double bottom on the hourly time frame at the $7.50 level, which again, if we can hold $7.50, extremely bullish, guys. $7.50, if we can hold that, extremely bullish. And if we zoom out, you guys can see that we are forming a possible rounded bottom, guys. We're forming a possible rounded bottom where we could see a nice significant push to the upside, especially if we can get above that $8.45 mark, which is the breakout target. We currently have a breakout target right here at $8.45. So again, if we see a movement above and using that as support, we're going to see a pop to the upside on AMC. Now, there's also a potential cup and handle forming right here. As you guys can see, right here is your cup, then right here is your handle. The breakout point, again, $8.45. So if we can break out of that $8.45, we can hit these price targets here, and then possibly start working to fill the gaps, guys. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC, and of course right off the bat we can see that RSI is extremely low. This means it's a good critical time to buy. You can see that the gaps need filled, so that's showing you a great play as well. Me personally, I did buy more AMC, guys. I did buy more AMC, and I'm holding my AMC, my original position on my AMC, and I averaged down on that position. That way, it's underneath the averages of the gap fills, so that way that position will go into profit, and I started in a new position. Why did I start in a new position? Because these gap fills are an easy play, guys. It's an easy play. You have a beautiful cup and handle forming and a possible inverse heading shoulder forming on the lower time frames, and if we play that gap fill, guys, that's a 584% move from the current price. If AMC goes down a little bit more from AMC's current price, let's go ahead and give you guys the current price. So if AMC goes down just a little bit more, guys, it will give you even more gains, but this is the current price right now. And if you look, that's a 460% gain, guys. I don't know about you, but I could take 460% and do something nice with it, flip it, and make an even bigger bag, because that's how we accumulate wealth. We take our bag, we flip it, and we maintain it, guys, and we secure it. That's what I'm trying to get everyone on. I'm trying to get everyone on how to get the bag, flip it, and maintain it, guys. And I'm telling you, this knowledge will change your life, guys. This types of knowledge, the technical analysis, and the other things that I'm dropping as well, like the macro investing mindset, the passive income strategies, using Cosmos Atom, using dividend stocks, guys. This stuff will change your life. And again, I was able to quit my job using day trading, passive income strategies, and multiple income streams, and I'm trying to teach you guys the same exact methods here on the channel. So if you want to get these keys, go ahead and subscribe right now and join the DataZero family. Also, guys, I do have a Discord. The Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite. $50 for a lifetime invite. The Discord gives you buy and sell signals. It gives you buy and sell signals. I post some of the winners here on YouTube, but most of the winners are posted in the Discord. Okay, so we have tons of winners. People are getting money every single day and recovering their AMC losses and building their portfolio. They are literally turning their portfolio from red to green and also increasing their wealth, building their portfolio up, giving them some extra cash. If you want to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of the winning team, all you have to do is hit me up email is the DataZeroOfficial5, DataZeroOfficial5. Hit me up on the email, okay? Everything is linked down below. I have an Instagram, Twitter. You can hit me up on those as well. But the email is DataZeroOfficial5. Hit me up on that and just ask me about the Discord. Payment is made via PayPal or Cash App. I do take cryptocurrency as well because some people don't use PayPal or Cash App. Most people do. But those are the only 3 payments that I'll take. And I really only want to take PayPal or Cash App, guys. So try to just get those 2 things. I know some people like to use Zelle, but unfortunately I don't use Zelle. But guys, that is pretty much everything I have for you. Again, me personally, I don't see anything wrong with AMC right now. I see only opportunity. You can see that RSI is at 27. Okay, that's when you want to be buying. You can see that there's multiple gap fills to the upside. That's when you want to be buying. You can see that the psychology chart is showing us that you see a major dip before a V-shaped style recovery, which is what AMC looks like it's starting to do. And then you see a rally up. That's when you want to be buying. You can see that the point of maximum financial opportunity is the absolute bottom. Well, what does that RSI look like? Looks like the bottom to me, especially if all these gap fills. Guys, this looks good in my personal opinion. Daily MACD green, Bollinger Band starting to constrict, showing us momentum is fading to the upside. The bottom is in at $7 in my personal opinion. It will not be going lower than this in my personal opinion. People that are waiting for $5, I don't think $5 is going to be coming. I really don't. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. We will see in the future. The stock does not lie. Price does not lie. It will tell the truth. So we will see who's right, but I don't think $5 will be coming. GameStop, I think, is setting up for a nasty move to the upside. I think once the market starts actually crashing, once we actually start to see things pull back and the assets used for AMC short positions like Apple and Nvidia start to really lose value, then we will see an actual rally for AMC and GME. And I believe that this will all occur in between the period of, obviously, we already started September the 20th to October the 4th. We're about a quarter of the way in right now. I do believe that the market crash has already started. I do believe that that September 20th call was the beginning of the market crash. I do believe that this is the beginning of the crash. I don't believe that we will be bottoming until mid to late October. So we will see where price is at around mid to late October, but I think we're going to be seeing overall downside throughout the whole month of September and the month of October for the overall stock market. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. Again, as far as Monday is concerned for SPY, I do think we could see a quick push up, fill in these gaps, and then an overall continuation to the downside. We want to watch because the critical level for SPY, if it breaks below 429.50, 429.50 and uses that as resistance, it's going to start dumping. Okay, it's going to start dumping. If NASDAQ breaks below the critical level of 13,168 and uses that as resistance, it's going to mark this head and shoulders. It looks like the head and shoulders has already started. You can see that this red line is the resistance line. So if we confirm any more resistance to the downside, guys, it's going to be ugly. And we can already see that this head and shoulders right here, this is the line, is confirmed as resistance, guys, on the daily time frame. This does not look good for SPY or for NASDAQ, and looks like a continuation to the downside for the market, even though RSI is oversold, guys. So we could see a bounce. You have to be very, very careful. We could see a bounce here, but guys, it's looking like there's so much momentum to the downside that we're gonna see more momentum down. You guys can see how the alligators just spread out, man. So again, we could see a quick bounce, probably filling this gap, but then a continuation down. So you want to be watching the first half of the week. If you are short, I think we could see a quick little bit of recovery, but then overall continuation to the downside for the rest of the week. Check out my weekly prediction and update video, guys, if you want more technical analysis. And I appreciate each one of you guys that watched the end of this video. I know this video was a long video. I don't know what the runtime is, but I know it was quite long, but it's packed full of gems and information. So feel free to look through it and get all of the information and get all of these keys, and press subscribe if you did find the video informative and you found information and use and value from it. And as always, guys, I appreciate you. If you want to help me out, go ahead and press like and comment the video to help the video get to spread to more people, and also share the video. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, y'all, that was the video. if you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. The Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite. You can follow me on Twitter for free, obviously. Also, I have an Instagram as well. Everything is linked down below. So follow me for more information and more keys and to get a little bit more of DataZero. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you that watched to the end of this video. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.